Right, Bismillah. Okay folks, welcome back to another lesson by myself, Mr. Iqbal. We're looking at mixed fractions today. We're looking at the subtraction. Taking away mixed fractions. Today is the 6th of January 2014, as we know. Okay. We're looking at exercise 12, page 45 in the basic skills book, and these are the questions that will be taken off there. Right. Now, in the previous videos when I've been looking at mixed fractions, addition, we used a technique where we add the whole number separately, add the proper fraction separately, and then combine the answer at the end. That was a technique that was quite suitable for addition of fractions, but that method can turn into a bit of problems when you're doing subtraction, especially when we have the first number, like for example here, of the fractional part is smaller than the number that you're taking away from it. So if you were just to do the fractions by themselves and do the whole number last, so that would end up with some negative part of the answer. That can get students a bit confused. So we're going to try a different technique for these type of questions. When we're doing subtracting fraction questions with mixed, we change all fractions into top heavy first. That will ensure we avoid that problem with the negative numbers at the end, and we can do the question more efficiently that way. Let's have a look. Let's get started. So, later, you have 2 and 5/6 minus 1/3. I need to change this fraction into top heavy, which you were doing last week in your homework. So we start at the 6 and we multiply and add. So 6 times by 2 is, add 5 is 17. Okay, so that becomes this, that gets copied down. Now, we need to make the fractions equivalent before we can take them away. Remember, we never take away the bottom numbers, we always take the top numbers. So we're looking at the 6 and the 3. We need to make these two numbers the same. Well, the 6, we can't make into a 3, but we can make the 3 into a 6 by multiplying it by 2. Okay, to make the 6 into a 3, you'd have to divide it by 2. And when you divide the 17 by 2, it's not going to give you a nice number. So that's why I said we can't do it. So 6 is here, but the 3 can quite easily and nicely become a 6 by doubling top and bottom, and that's where we want to go. So now we have later 17 over 6 minus 2 over 6. So 17 over 6 minus 2 over 6. What do? We only take away the top numbers later. 17 take away 2 is equal to 15 over 6. Now 15 over 6 is a top heavy fraction. So 15 over 6 really means 15 divided by 6. So 15 divided by 6 is equal to, how many 6s go into 15 later? We have 2 whole and a remainder of 3. 3 goes on the top and we copy the 6 onto the bottom. So now we have 2 and 3, 6. Have we finished it later? We've got a little bit more to do yet. We have a little bit more to do, and the little bit more to do is what? It is simplifying this part of the question. This part. So why are we simplifying? Because 3 over 6 can be simplified, made more simpler by dividing by the highest common factor, which is 3. So 3 divided by 3 will give you 1. 6 divided by 3 will give you 2. So if we finish this off now, it'll give us 2 stays the same. This part here, 3 6, becomes a half. So the final answer for us is 2 and a half. Okay? There you go, done. Let's have a look at the next question quickly. Question number 6. Again, let's have a look at this. So if we were to do this question, the other technique, we would end up with the 3/4 being smaller than 7 and end up with the minus again. So we can try this new technique now. Later, where do we start?
At the bottom.
The bottom. So we do 4 times by 3 and then add 3. So 4 times by 3 is 12. 12 by 3 is 15 over 4. So again here. So 8 times by 2 is 16. 16 add 7 gives us an answer of
22.
Okay, hang on a second, have we done this right? Okay. 4 times by 3 is 12, 12 by 3, yeah? Okay, that's okay. So 8 times by 2 is 16, 16, add 7, that will give you 16, add 4, add 3, that will give you 23. Okay, that's the bit that so 23 there. Now, in order for us to take this fraction away later, what we do next? We need to make the bottom numbers the same. So we ask ourselves, can this 4 quarters be changed into 8? And the answer is yes. By timesing by 2, top and bottom. Okay, right. So you have 2 times by 15, that will give us 30 over
8
minus
8
23 over 8. Okay. Now, when we do this question later, 30 over 8 minus 23 over 8, what kind of solution does that give us? So 30, take away 23, we only subtract the top numbers. So that will give you an answer of 7 over 8. The bottom number gets copied across. So our final answer is 7/8. We're done. Okay, one more question for good measure. 3 1/3 minus 5/6. So, again we start at the bottom. So 3 times by 3 is 9. Add 1 is 10. So that becomes 10/3. 5/6 stays as it is. Okay, there's nothing to do that. It's apart from copying down. Now the next part. We need to make the bottom numbers the same or make the fractions equivalent. So we ask ourselves, can the third be made into 6? Can we make a 3? Can we change the 3 into a 6? And the answer is yes, quite nicely by multiplying by 2. Because 3 times by 2 will give us 6. What we do to the bottom, we do to the top. Now, so 2 times by 10 later on the top will give us
20.
2 times by 3 on the bottom will give us, copy that one down.
Multiply by 5.
Now, we have 20 over 6 minus 5 over 6. So later we only ever minus the top numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20 minus the 5 will give us 15 over 6. We do not take away the bottoms. Now 15 divided by 6 is what type of fraction?
A top heavy.
It is a top heavy fraction. So we do not leave the answer like that. So we read that as 15 divided by 6. So 15 divided by 6. Now, how many 6's go into 15? And the answer is 2, remainder 3. So we say here 15 divided by 6 is equal to 2 whole. The remainder goes on the top and the bottom number gets copied across. Now 2 and 3/6 can be written more simply as 2.5 because 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So our final answer is 2.5. Okay folks, thank you very much for joining us on this subtraction of mixed fractions question using a slightly different technique than we use in addition. Hope this technique helps you and hopefully we'll see you back in the next video. We'll be looking at multiplying and dividing. Thank you very much folks. If you enjoyed this video, please pass the link on to your friends and family and pass on the benefit.